Hi everyone, my name is Abhuraj Garikapati. Welcome to my YouTube channel Amazing Abhay.
Your journey into stories begins here.
Attacking. Koff scoffs at defense, believing a genius like him doesn't need it. Meanwhile, Lin Zichen, easily evading the blows, finds the technique interesting and decides to learn it on the spot. Goff grows frustrated as he can't land a single hit. He stops out of breath and demands to know how Lin Zichen is dodging his attacks. Unfazed, Lin Zichen calmly asks if he has any other moves taunting him. Enraged, Goff unleashes another desperate barrage of punches. Seeing the same predictable moves, Lin Zichen decides the time for observation is over. He thinks, alright then, let's end this. He effortlessly dodges the final punch and counters with a single powerful kick to Goff's midsection, ending the match. Instantly, the crowd is once again left in stunned, speechless silence. The silence is shattered by thunderous cheers from the Shanghai High supporters. Coach Kuo and Shen King Han are ecstatic, shouting that their Xiao Chen is a beast and celebrating his third consecutive victory. The rest of the tournament proceeds just as easily. The next few opponents are even weaker. He effortlessly defeats each one, and soon he has single-handedly wiped out all 5 fighters from the opposing team. Over the next 2 days, the story is much the same. He continues his dominant performance, taking down 2 more schools by himself. Thanks to his incredible display, he successfully leads Shanghai High to win the championship. He and his team proudly pose with their medals and trophy. However, as he checks his system, his rival count is only 16-1000. He realizes with disappointment that at this rate, it will take years to unlock the natural selection attribute. Despite his slow quest progress, there is a silver lining. He didn't expect Coach Kuo to be so generous, but he gets the bulk of the tournament prize money, a full 20,000 yuan. Combining this with prize money from academic competitions, he now has around 30,000 yuan. That money doesn't last long. He immediately spends it all at the supermarket on a massive supply of ghost shadow squid meat. For the next several weeks, he devours the expensive meat. At every meal, after consuming 30 jin, his codex unlock progress for the ghost shadow squid reaches 33%. His intensive training and consumption of beast meat pay off. By his second year of middle school, he breaks through to the next level, advancing from ordinary tier 3 to tier 4. His physical abilities reach new heights. He can now effortlessly lift 1,890 kilograms with one hand, jump 5.65 meters vertically, and sprint 100 meters in just 4.49 seconds. Time flies, and soon, he and Shen Xinghan graduate from Shanghai's middle school division. However, when the high school entrance exam results are released, their paths seem destined to diverge. A heartbroken Shen Xinghan sits in her room, crying. She asks Lin Zichen why. After all her hard work, they can't go to the same high school anymore. He explains that while he ranked first in both liberal arts and martial arts, and her academic scores were excellent, her martial arts score wasn't high enough for the elite class at Shanghai High. As he comforts the crying Shen Xinghan, she asks what will happen now. He tells her the principal of Shanghai High is coming to his house, likely to recruit him, and asks if she will come. Feeling hopeless, she tearfully replies that it has nothing to do with her, as the principal is obviously only coming for him. Taking her hand, Lin Zichen pulls her up and leads her out of the room. He tells her not to worry, he has a plan. He reveals his one condition for staying at Shanghai High. Shen Xinghan has to be his deskmate. As promised, the principal of Shanghai High visits Lin Zichen's home. She, his mother, and Shen Xinghan discuss his future for several hours, with the principal expressing how much she wants him to stay at her school. As that meeting concludes, the principal stands to leave. As a final offer, she tells Lin Zichen that if he agrees to stay, she will grant any request he has. Taking the opportunity, Lin Zichen states his one condition. Shen Xinghan must be allowed to continue in the same class with him. The principal looks at the nervous Shen Xinghan and confirms her name. Without hesitation, she agrees. With a smile, she tells them both to report to Shanghai High together for the new school year. Overjoyed, Lin Zichen and Shen Xinghan thank her. With their high school future secured, Lin Zichen participates in his final junior high martial arts tournament. As expected, his overwhelming power easily leads his team to another championship. He decides to use the prize money to finally unlock the Ghost Shadow Squid Codex. He was only 20% away, and the new prize money was enough to max out the progress bar. Unsure what might happen, he travels to a secluded forest outside Shanghai for safety. Deciding not to waste time, he begins devouring the life essence from the last of the squid meat. A powerful blue energy surrounds him as a system notification confirms he is absorbing a large amount of essence. His eyes widen as he feels a final surge of power, and the codex progress bar hits 100%. A new notification announces he has unlocked the Ghost Shadow Squid Codex and obtained a new biological attribute, Blessing of Liquid Affinity. The ability enhances his affinity with water, allowing him to move freely and even vanish in aquatic environments. However, as the power settles, he stands in the quiet forest holding the limp squid tentacles and feels his new ability is kind of underwhelming. Still feeling underwhelmed, Lin Zichen tests his new ability in a nearby pond. He finds his Blessing of Liquid Affinity has some benefits. He can soak for long periods without his skin wrinkling, and swimming is much easier with reduced water resistance. However, there are no other noticeable effects. He sits in the water and rationalizes that since the Ghost Shadow Squid is a low-tier beast, it's fair the ability isn't very powerful. He resolves that to get better attributes, he will either have to save up for higher-grade beast meat or become strong enough to hunt powerful wild mutant beasts himself. The memory of the terrifying giant mutant rat strengthens his resolve, and he clenches his fist, determined to grow stronger. With less than a week before school begins, Lin Zichen's mother and Shenzhen Shenghan's family decide to go on a trip. To better study his new liquid affinity, Lin Zichen suggests they go to the beach. As they stand in the ocean, Shenzhen Shenghan shivers and complains the sea water is cold. Lin Zichen, however, feels perfectly at home. He tells her to ease into it and then dives into the water, swimming with incredible speed. As he moves, his system rewards him with stat points for swimming and diving. From the shore, a nervous Shenzhen Shenghan calls out, asking him to teach her how to swim. Lin Zichen pops his head out of the water, suddenly remembering his childhood friend doesn't know how yet. He begins patiently teaching her the basics. Given her average athletic talent, he assumes she will struggle. However, Shenzhen Shenghan proves him wrong. She excitedly exclaims that swimming is surprisingly easy and that she learned it right away, diving effortlessly. She swims gracefully and surfaces with a look of shock. Surprised she can dive without any instruction, Lin Zichen watches in shock as a strange blue aura of water seems to emanate from her. After she surfaces, she excitedly tells him how amazing it feels. She notes that while opening one's eyes underwater usually stings, she feels no discomfort. In fact, she finds it cool and pleasant. Her words leave Lin Zichen deep in thought. He watches her swim away, finding the situation unusual. He reasons that even with a natural talent for water, there's no way she could have mastered all the skills so instantly. Her rapid learning is simply not normal. Suddenly, a realization dawns on him. He recalls her lifelong problem with bedwetting. When nervous, he wonders if this weakness is actually the sign of a powerful innate water affinity. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Pai grow naturally. She was born with. The idea excites him. He becomes convinced she might possess some kind of special cultivation body, like a character from his parents' Seian novels. To test his theory, they continue diving. Her performance shocks him even more as they explore the underwater world. He notes, they have been holding their breath for over 10 minutes, an incredible feat for a beginner like Shen Qinghan. As they swim, Shen Qinghan's expression suddenly changes. A strange swirling sound begins to vibrate through the water around her. Both look up, trying to find the source. They surface abruptly and Shen Qinghan cries out as the glowing blue water swirls around her. Later that night, as they walk along the beach, Lin Zichen asks what happened. Shivering, she explains that underwater, she kept hearing strange and creepy sounds right by her ear. He comforts her and asks what kind of sounds. She tells him she couldn't understand the language, but it was a female voice that echoed nonstop until she surfaced. To help a frightened Shen Qinghan calm down, Lin Zichen brings her back to their hotel room. Later, he searches online for information about the strange female voice, but finds no results. Unsettled and unable to sleep, he uses his restless energy to train. As he performs 1,000 weighted sit-ups, he feels a sudden surge of power. A system notification announces his hard work has paid off. He has advanced to ordinary Tier 5. Surprised, but pleased, he considers his new strength. He realizes that at Tier 5, he is powerful enough to rival a fully grown giant mutant rat. A determined glint appears in his eyes as he clenches his fist, confident that tearing the beasts apart with his bare hands is no longer impossible. Eager to test his new limits, he goes to the empty beach at night. The stat boost is immense. His 100-meter dash time has dropped to a mere 3.64 seconds, and his vertical jump has increased to an incredible 6.98 meters. To test his strength, he finds a nearby car and discovers he can now lift the 1,600-kilogram vehicle with one hand. With this new progress, his life moves forward. The vacation ends, and he and Shen Jinhan begin high school at Shanghai High. On their first day, they arrive early for class duty. Two new female classmates immediately recognize him, whispering excitedly about how handsome he is and how lucky they are to be on duty with him. While he is surprised his classmates know him, something even more unexpected happens. Simply performing class duty triggers a new system quest. The achievement requires completing 1,000 cooperative tasks for a new biological attribute, social animal. As he cleans the classroom with Shen Jinhan, he wonders what this new attribute will do. Since the school year has just begun, he takes the opportunity to visit the Mammoth supermarket after school. Now that he has unlocked the Ghost Shadow Squid Codex, he knows it's time to choose a new target for his ability. As he walks onto a new item, in one of the refrigerated cases is the packaged head of a savage giant eagle, priced at 1998 yuan per jin. An eager grin spreads across his face as he picks up the package, making his decision. This will be his next target. The savage giant eagle is a higher tier, aberrant beast than the ghost shadow squid. It has incredibly powerful vision, 30 times stronger than a normal human's, making it a formidable hunter that can precisely capture even the fastest prey. Back in his room, Lin's eats and examines the eagle meat. He concludes that unlocking its guidebook is a worthy goal, as its enhanced vision would provide a massive combat advantage. He also notes its price of 1,998 yuan per jin makes it one of the more affordable options. He places his hand on the meat, and a blue energy surrounds him, as his system confirms he has devoured a trace of the savage giant eagle's life essence, unlocking 1% of its guidebook. After some calculations, he realizes that since 1 jin of meat provides only 1% progress, he will need to spend over 200,000 yuan to fully unlock the guidebook. He understands that high school tournament prize money is much higher than in middle school. With renewed determination, he decides he must work harder in competitions to earn the money to unlock the Savage Giant Eagle's Codex before his second year. With the end of summer vacation, Lin's H-Science high school life at Shanghai High begins. On the first day, the teachers introduce themselves. The martial arts and homeroom teacher, the mechanical modification teacher, the gene fusion teacher, and the wilderness survival teacher. After their introductions, they ask the students to introduce themselves. Several students go first. A girl with long purple hair, Xu Yutong, says her specialty is in the arts. She is followed by an energetic pink-haired girl, Shun Yichia, who shares her love for anime, cosplay, and sports. Next, a boy named Peng Huo Guang says he likes to play video games at home. Soon, it is Shen Xinghan's turn. Being the center of attention makes her extremely nervous. With a blushing face, she manages to say her name is Shen Xinghan, that she enjoys drawing and asks everyone for their future guidance. Finally, it is Lin Zichen's turn. His introduction is the shortest and most direct. He simply stands and states his name, asking for everyone's support. After introductions, time passes quickly. A new female classmate with brown hair approaches Shen Xinghan, who looks surprised. The girl asks Shen Xinghan for her entrance exam score. Shen Xinghan nervously replies that she scored 709 points and then asks the new girl, Xu Rui, for her score. Xu Rui is impressed, exclaiming that Shen Xinghan's score is more than 10 points higher than her own 698. Xu Rui then asks about the physical fitness portion, admitting she only scored 95 out of 100. This question makes Shen Xinghan extremely uncomfortable. She stammered that her score wasn't as good, internally panicking because her score of 79 was so low she almost didn't make it into the elite class and feels too embarrassed to say it out loud. Not getting the hint, the persistent Chu Rui continues to guess if Shen Xinghen scored 94 or 93. Shen Xinghen, looking down in shame, quietly tells her it was even lower. Chu Rui continues guessing scores in the low 90s, making Shen Xinghen even more flustered. Suddenly, a hand slams down on the desk between them, startling Chu Rui. It's Lin Zichen. He smoothly leans in and asks the flustered girl if he can add her on WeChat, surprised and thrilled that a handsome boy is giving her attention. She eagerly agrees. From her seat, Shen Xinghen breathes a sigh of relief, grateful that Lin Zichen saved her from the awkward conversation. Lin Zichen then turns to another male classmate, "Hey you," and also asks to exchange contact information. After adding them, he creates a 4-person group chat. A system notification immediately confirms he has successfully created a group, completing another cooperative task. His progress for the social animal achievement is now at 2 out of 1,000. He reflects that this quest is surprisingly easy. After creating the group chat, the 4 new friends start to get to know each other. Yu, reveals he is from the neighboring Nanyuan city and comes from a prestigious martial arts family that runs a dojo. He even proudly mentions placing 8th in the Nanyuan City Youth Martial Arts Competition. Chu Rui shares that. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Abhai grow naturally. Her family owns a chain of clothing stores, making her wealthy. After Lin Zichen and Shen Xinghen also share their backgrounds, the 4 quickly become a close-knit group. Just as they are getting comfortable, Yu asks the others to guess who the strongest student in their class is. Chu Rui immediately points to Lin Zichen, guessing it must be him since he was the top scorer on the entrance exam for their entire district. This shocks Yu, who had no idea his new friend was so accomplished. However, Lin Zichen humbly suggests that being the top score doesn't necessarily make someone the strongest. He reveals a surprising fact. The principal had spent a lot of money to recruit 2 exceptionally powerful students from Nanyuan City for their class. Yu then points out the 2 students. The first is a boy with blonde hair, Wang Xueji, the 3rd-ranked student in Nanyuan City, who can run the 100-meter dash in 7.98 seconds. The second is a large, muscular boy, Li Dugong, who has immense natural strength and can easily lift a 300-kilogram barbell with one hand. Shen Xinghen and Chu Rui are both visibly impressed and intimidated. Lin Zichen, on the other hand, remains completely calm. Internally, he scoffs at their achievements, knowing he had surpassed those numbers back in elementary school. Soon, the bell rings again, and the next class is for distributing textbooks. There are 4 main subjects for the semester: martial arts, gene fusion, mechanical modification, and wilderness survival. Since Lin Zichen had already self-studied all the material, he decides to use the free time to find a secluded spot to train. As he trains, his thoughts turn to the larger threats. He remembers the dangerous rat god cult is still active. The police have only captured some lower-level heretics, but the powerful Rat King, their leader, remains at large. This grim reality fuels his determination. He clenches his fist, resolving to increase his power as quickly as possible and reach at least Tier 6, a level he believes will be strong enough to confront even the Rat King. The first practical class is wilderness survival. The teacher, Zhu Chengbei, gathers the students in a wooded area and asks if any know how to make a fire by drilling wood. Yu mutters, "It's a useless skill." To everyone's surprise, both Wang Xiaoji and Lu Gang step forward and successfully start fires using the primitive method. The teacher is impressed and asks how they learned. Lu Gang explains he learned at a summer camp, while Wang Xiaoji says he taught himself by watching videos online. After they are done, Lin Zichen easily teaches the same technique to his own small group and they quickly master it. Later, in martial arts class, the teacher, Yao Yuan Feng, announces he will teach them a special breathing and cultivation technique. Once again, Wang Xiaoji and Lu Gang loudly declare they have already learned it, showing off for the class. Though their demonstration is a bit clumsy, they manage. Lin Zichen, who already knows these skills, decides to maintain his low profile, In this way, over a month passes, uneventfully. One day in mechanical modification class, the teacher, Kai Yuanfei, announces a test to check their progress. To motivate them, he reveals cash prizes for the top 3, 888 yuan for first, 666 for second, and 333 for third. Lin Zichen's eyes light up when he hears about the prize money. Realizing the first place reward is almost enough to buy half a jin of the expensive savage giant eagle meat. With everyone motivated, the class begins the exam. Coincidentally, the gene fusion teacher, Lidu Darren, has the same idea and also springs a surprise exam with the same prize structure. After the 2 difficult exams, the students are drained. He collapses onto his desk, groaning. The other students complain about how difficult the questions were. One girl laments that she was hoping for a 90 but would be lucky to get a passing grade of 60. While everyone else complains, Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gang begin to casually brag. Liu Gong asks Wang Xiaoji how he did. Wang Xiaoji confidently replies that he should score a 95, as he only struggled with the last part of the final question. Liu Gong nonchalantly agrees, stating he is in the same boat and also expects a 95. Listening to their arrogant exchange, he glares at them, clenching his fists in fury and thinking about how badly he wants to punch them. The teacher announces the results of the mechanical augmentation test. He reads the scores, revealing that Guo Yanling received 52 points while Shen Qinghan passed with 61. Shen Qinghan excitedly tells Lin Zichen he congratulates her on her hard work. The teacher continues, announcing he scored an impressive 88 points. His friends praise him, and he humbly replies he was just lucky, promising to treat them to a meal with his third-place prize of 333 yuan. Next, the teacher confirms Liu Gang and Wang Xiaoji both scored 95 just as they predicted, complimenting them for being only 1 question away from a perfect score. Wang Xiaoji confidently claims that with 10 more minutes he could have solved the final problem, and Liu Gong agrees. Listening to them brag, he is frustrated, but comforts himself with the thought that third place is still his. However, the teacher then reveals a shocking result. Despite the test's difficulty, 1 student achieved a perfect score, Lin Zichen with 100 points. Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong are stunned, shouting the result is absurd. The rest of the class erupts in cheers. Even a defeated He joins in. Recognizing Lin Zichen is on another level, Shen Qinghan and Xiaoji celebrate his victory as the glory of Shanghai. Ignoring the praise, Lin Zichen's focus is on the prize. He raises his hand and asks Teacher Kai when the 88 yuan prize for first place will be distributed. The teacher promises to send it later, internally finding Lin Zichen's intense focus on money strange. An hour later, the gene fusion exam results are announced. The teacher Kai Yuanfei reads the scores. This time, the Nanyuan duo did not perform as well. Liu Gong scored 81 and Wang Xiaoji 83, though still good scores, they are clearly disappointed. In contrast, Shen Qinghan achieves an excellent 78, placing her in the top 5, and she celebrates with Chu Rui. To the shock of his classmates, Lin Zichen once again secures a perfect score, effortlessly winning another prize. This second crushing victory deals a huge blow to the confidence of Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong, who were left demoralized, unable to accept their defeat. Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong question how anyone could get full marks on such a difficult test, openly suggesting Lin Zichen must have known the answers in advance. The teacher Kai Yuanfei immediately shuts down their accusation, stating firmly that it is impossible. He explains that he personally designed every question, and the answers are not available online, making cheating impossible. The two are left speechless. Their classmates are not so kind. Yu and Chu Rui laugh, mocking Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong for being sore losers. Yu calls them a disgrace to Nanyuan City, and Chu Rui adds that uncultured, ugly people always cause the most trouble. After lunch, the practical exam for wilderness survival begins. The teacher Zhu Chengbei explains the rewards are the same, with cash prizes for the top 3. The exam has 3 parts: climbing, swimming, and making fire by friction. Having been beaten in the academic tests, Wang Xiaoji tells Liu Gong they must redeem themselves in the practical exams. Liu Gong agrees, and both glare at Lin Zichen, vowing to crush him and wash away their shame. The exam begins with climbing, where speed determines the winner. As expected, Lin Zichen's superior physical abilities allow him to easily dominate. He scales the rock wall with incredible speed, leaving the Nanyuan duo far behind to secure first place. The tree climbing event ends the same. Lin Zichen again takes first, while a defeated Wang Xiaoji complains he couldn't even see a shadow. While Lin Zichen excels, he notes his real concern is for Shen Qinghan. As he'd expected. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Pai grow naturally. She struggles with the climbing and finishes last. However, he isn't worried, knowing her true talent is in the water and confident she will regain her confidence during the swimming segment. Next is the fire starting segment. With his eyes on the prize money, Lin Zichen knows he must continue to crush the Nanyuan duo. He starts the task with intense focus and speed, successfully creating a fire in just 58 seconds. Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong watch in utter disbelief, wondering how he can be so fast at everything, bewildered by his insane hand speed. The final part of the wilderness survival exam was swimming. This time, it was Shen Qinghan's turn to shine. Tapping into her natural affinity for water, she swam with incredible speed, easily crushing the Nanyuan duo and delivering another heavy blow to their shattered confidence. Wang Xiaoji was left in disbelief, unable to understand how Shen Qinghan could suddenly exhibit such explosive power in the water, concluding he must be hallucinating. After the exam, Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong were completely silent for a long time. However, their silence only lasted through lunch. In the afternoon, the final exam for martial arts began. The teacher, Yao Yuanfeng, announced it was time to test their progress with a sparring competition. The top 3 would receive prizes motivating the class. For Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong, this reignited their hope. Filled with determination, they resolved to reclaim their pride. They reasoned this was martial arts class, where physical fitness and combat technique truly mattered. They believed if Lin Zichen was weak in martial arts, his other scores were meaningless. Before sparring, the teacher had everyone do a physical test as a warm-up, measuring their 100-meter sprint, one-hand barbell lift, and vertical jump. Lin Zichen, holding back to avoid being too flashy, still gave an incredible performance. He ran the 100-meter dash in 7.78 seconds and lifted a 330-kilogram barbell with one hand. His vertical jump was 2.18 meters, and he easily took first in all 3 events, making sure to only slightly beat the Nanyuan duo. They were once again left in utter shock. Wang Xiaoji couldn't understand how Lin Zichen could be faster, while Liu Gong was baffled by how someone who didn't look muscular could be so strong. Trying to rally, Wang Xiaoji reminded Liu Gong that failing the physical test didn't mean they would lose in sparring. As real combat also required technique, they convinced themselves their superior technique gave them a chance. After the test, everyone moved to the dueling area for the sparring matches. Eager to complete his survival of the fittest achievement, Lin Zichen stepped into the ring first. However, after his overwhelming display, no one dared to challenge him. Even Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong held back to observe first. Seeing the stalemate, the teacher intervened. He called out a student named Liu Wei and ordered him to spar with Lin Zichen. The two faced off, but the match was over before it began. To save time, Lin Zichen ended it instantly with a single devastating punch that sent Liu Wei flying. He then speed ran through the rest of his opponents, taking down every student in the class with the same brutal efficiency. Watching this, Wang Xiaoji and Liu Gong are left in utter despair. Wang Xiaoji realizes with horror that Lin Zichen is far stronger than they imagined, and probably wasn't going all out during the physical test. He wonders how anyone could compete with such a monster. Just as their spirits are crushed, Yu suddenly leaps into the ring, shouting Liu Gong's name. He points at Liu Gong, declaring he's warmed up and at his peak, and challenges him to a fight. Eager to vent his frustration, Liu Gong readily accepts. He reasons that while he may not be confident against Lin Zichen, he can certainly defeat Yu and vows to flatten him in 30 seconds. With a battle cry, Yu rushes forward and the two clash in a fast exchange of blows. However, the fight is decided by the clear gap in their power. Liu Gong easily catches Yu's kick, uses his superior strength to swing him around, and then hurls him out of the ring. Yu crashes hard, defeated and vomiting. Standing victoriously, Liu Gong looks down at his defeated classmate. He offers a backhanded compliment, acknowledging Yu's physical technique is the best in their class, but smugly concluding that he is still better. After his victory, Li Dugong turns to see Lin Zichen approaching. Lin Zichen calmly issues a challenge for them to spar. Internally, he sees this as a perfect chance to make progress on his achievement quest. Fresh off his win and brimming with confidence, Liu Gong smirks and accepts, declaring he is not afraid. Liu Gong immediately goes on the offensive with a powerful punch. However, the gap in their abilities is apparent. Lin Zichen moves with blinding speed, effortlessly dodging the attack and leaving after images. Before Li Dugong can register what happened, Lin Zichen counters with a swift kick. The powerful blow connects squarely with Liu Gong's back, and he is sent flying out of the ring, defeated in a single blow. With both Nanyuan duo members utterly defeated, the other students begin to taunt the last one standing. They shout at Wang Shuaoji, asking if he's going to avenge his fallen bro, and telling him the pride of Nanyuan now rests entirely on his shoulders. They cheer, telling him not to chicken out. Annoyed, Wang Shuaoji snaps at the crowd to shut up, claiming he was already planning to fight. He rushes into the ring to face Lin Zichen. As he stands before his overwhelmingly powerful opponent, he steels his resolve, telling himself that what is meant to come will come, and he must find a way to defeat him. Determined to win, Wang Shuoji shouts that he's going all out and rushes at Lin Zichen with a furious attack. However, his effort is futile. Lin Zichen effortlessly stops the punch with one hand and counters with a single devastating blow that sends Wang Shuoji flying upside down. He, knocked out and foaming at the mouth, defeated as easily as everyone else. With the Nanyuan duo taken care of, Lin Zichen proceeds to systematically take down the rest of the boys in the class one after another with the same effortless efficiency. After defeating all the male students, he checks his system. He notes that according to the survival of the fittest achievement rules, defeating the same person multiple times only counts once. This means his only remaining opponents in the class are the girls. He wonders if any of them will even be willing to spar with him. To his complete surprise, the girls are more than willing. A crowd of his female classmates gathers, blushing and eagerly making heart gestures, all wanting a chance to fight him. The first to volunteer is Chu Yutong, who excitedly raises her hand and challenges him. She leaps into the ring and attacks with surprising speed and agility. However, Lin Zichen is still on another level. He easily dodges her attack, leaving her to comment on his incredible speed. She gracefully lands, disappointed that she came so close but couldn't even grab him. Unexpectedly, after Chu Yutong's defeat, the other girls also volunteer to challenge him one by one. Of course, Lin Zichen holds back considerably when facing the girls. His main goal isn't to hurt them, but simply to win the official matches and complete his achievement as quickly as possible. Soon, Lin Zichen finishes sparring with all the girls in his class. While he has successfully defeated every student, he is still far from completing his achievement task. He is a bit disappointed, but his mood quickly changes when his teacher, Yao Yuanfeng, suddenly announces some good news. The teacher praises the class and tells them that as elite students, they must learn to challenge those above them. He then announces that in 1 month, their class will challenge the strongest regular class in the second year, and he expects them to be ready. Lin Zichen, who was just feeling frustrated about the lack of opponents to speed up his survival of the fittest achievement, is overjoyed. A new match has. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Amazing Apai. Subscribing makes sure you do not miss the next video, and it gives me motivation to keep improving the quality of every upload. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.